I feel like this is kind of like Indiana Jones, like where he's like, wait, there's one more. Come check us out. Here, sit there. Just come sit down. You guys all remember Sam from the Seattle Trilogy?
Trilogy?
The Seattle Trilogy vlog. And, you know, I thought it'd be kind of fun to shoot this in Sam's house.
My wife is over there sleeping.
But today, we're talking about RF native 50 mil, sort of that centerpiece of your lens kit.
What is this?
This is our, gonna be lens number 5. I want you to see it first because this lens has like a religion following it.
Okay.
So
these are all 50s.
These all have 50 millimeter native RF.
Why do you have so many?
For this video. This is like just
I have one,
box.
and I don't think I've used it in like.
Do you have a 50?
I have one, but it's the like old Nifty 50. Like this is
okay,
like
yeah. That's
the newer one.
That's
It's
the
like
RF.
it's like the old one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna walk through this real quick. Nifty 50, right? The RF 50 1.8 aperture. This guy right here is the 24 to 105 f4. Can't wait to talk about that. The 24 to 70 RF. The 50 1.5, which we used that on our last shoot. That was fun.
Sorry, look how cute this is. I can't get over look how cute that filter is. Can we focus on that? No, not
maybe.
Really. I don't know, but dude, that is like I want to just like.
So that's
put
a
it in my
Polar
pocket.
Pro's Inspire filters line that has an adapter to fit on the Nifty 50, which I made a whole video about. I'll link it in the description below.
So small.
I'm glad you like it.
I too.
Okay, this is the 28 to 70 RF.
Wow, that is hefty. It's as big as my face almost.
It's like a bazooka. Yeah. I want to say there's like 17 or 18 different lens elements in there. It's massive.
For some reason I was expecting it to go a lot bigger.
Yeah, the throw isn't too crazy, but it's just heavy.
That is heavy. What is that like?
Like, okay, check this out. We have the EOS R here with the 100 macro EF on this, and like just any of these lenses. It's just I just wanted to get your reaction to this because it's someone
heavy.
who has been professionally shooting for 10 years. Would you ever use a lens like this?
It depends on what you're shooting. Not for every day.
Like, could you foresee yourself carrying this?
Not carrying it. I don't see why I would carry it. I think you would. That's a 28 to 70. If I had a project,
Yeah.
where you just kind of put it in your bag and take it out as needed, yes. But I would not go on like a hike with this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Because you'd be opting out for. Do I want water or do I want this thing?
Do I want
Because this
water,
is heavy.
food, a backpack?
How heavy is this? Is this like 5?
Over 3 pounds.
I was gonna say like
it's
5.
closing in on 4 pounds. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Which that body and lens combo alone, I think, is still lighter than this, including.
Yeah. What are we shooting on?
This is the R5
to
with the
35.
15 to 35. Yeah. F2.8.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
That's an F4.
Yeah, but like this is so small. And so much more range.
This is what I'm saying. Is I think for professionals,
I think it depends on
doing lifestyle photography, product photography.
So here you go. You have a 28 to 70 and a 24
I made a
to
whole
70.
video about these two.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah. I've seen it like 5 times. So I feel like if you want range,
Okay.
it's just, if you're gonna
Let me tell you.
have to wait.
Let me tell you this. All right. This super cheap. Right?
Oh yeah.
$200 easy. Right. That's in your kit.
I feel like any beginner photographer
Yeah.
needs this in their arsenal. It's probably
Absolutely.
it's probably the first lens I ever bought like 15 years ago.
Yeah, this is the first lens I bought when I bought the R5. I've already had some of this glass, but the first lens, as soon as it became available, I bought it.
Especially for everyday carry.
Yeah, it makes it super easy. We made that whole, you helped me make that
Yeah.
video on 3 ways to camera carry, which involved that lens. 24 to 105 L, super sharp, super clean. It is F4, so you aren't going to get crispy, creamy bokeh. But I don't know why everything needed to be adjectived twice. But
Yeah, really.
honestly, if you're going to only buy one lens, if you can only buy, say, like an R, even if you're going to get an R5 and you just need to cover a bunch of stuff, this is the lens to get. It's image stabilized, $1,000. It's cheaper than every other. It's the cheapest L series.
What's
glass
this one
here.
going for?
The 24 to 70 IS f2.8.
Is that like 2K?
is about 2,300, I think, yeah. This goes for 3,100.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't.
But this also goes for, I think, 2,300 or 2,200.
Gotcha.
But this is f1.2.
Yes.
And so the argument,
I feel like every single one has its purpose. Everyday carry beginner.
yeah,
You know, you could be an avid photographer also and carry this, but
Yeah.
this is like if you're just like, I'm going on a long hike, I just want 50.
Sure.
This is a great all around.
I say if you're
Lens.
getting started in professional work,
Yeah.
this is L series glass. Like
Yep.
like Nick, my wife, who shot for billion-dollar companies, did a lot of that work on this lens. And it's like billboard quality, high-end social media, it promo, even some like light video, like asset type stuff. This will get you there. Absolutely. With the right light, absolutely. This
This is an all around perfect lens.
this is, I would say, like if you're bumping up and you're doing like what Sam and I do.
Yeah, you almost have it like set up in tier. This just needs to be at the end.
Well, there's a reason why I have these like this. The 24-70, I would say, is the lens that I've been leaning on for a lot of the like establishing backup stuff when we're out on hikes, when we're out somewhere and I need something light and there's movement and we don't know necessarily like our angles, like we have a rough shot list. This is the thing that always pulls through because it's image stabilized, it's got a good range, but it's still light enough that it's like easy to run with.
Totally.
This is like if you're shooting weddings and you don't want to change lenses. I don't know
Yeah.
where else I would use this. But I don't shoot weddings.
Well, yeah.
You've shot weddings.
I don't even want to talk about that. That's like a whole nother video on how much I hate them. It's not for everybody. It's not for me. But some people love it.
Yeah.
And bless them.
Would you shoot on this? Would you carry this around?
God, that's so heavy.
I know.
This would be good if you have like an assistant.
I got to make your assistant carry. I cannot see carrying that for more than 15, 20 minutes
This
without
I can
being
see.
angry.
What's the aperture on this?
F2. So that's what's interesting.
A constant?
Constant F2
Well,
all
that's
the way
beautiful.
through.
So I probably would use this if I'm like shooting for like if there's any hiking or walking involved, no.
But that's everything we do.
That's everything we do. But if you have a client, I never got
If you're
this
shooting a studio.
but like I was supposed to have this client that the gig never happened where I was supposed to go to Alaska and it was supposed to be an outdoor apparel thing, but it was all like staged stuff. So it was like, we're going to this location, we're spending all day
You'd
here.
be paying extra carry-on fees just to bring that way.
Well, that's very true. But like, I can see how this would be good because I would want the constant 2.
Sure.
And I have the range, so I may not even bring another lens.
Yeah, if you want to just run one lens.
So at that point, it's like, do I bring 2 lenses that will weigh the same as this, or do I just keep like live on this? So I can see that being.
See, that's what I thought.
But
too.
then
That's the argument.
But then even like video.
It's not wide enough for the video I want. I tried.
28's not bad.
20, it's not wide enough. I need at least 24, and ideally, like I shoot all this stuff. Most everything I shoot for this channel, I shoot at 20. And I love the look of 20. Actually, honestly, I would feel very different about this lens. If all it had was 20, 35, and 50, all f2, this lens would be worth 3,100. I would pay $5,000 for this because this would wipe out my need for the 15 to 35. It would wipe out my need for the 24 to 70 because I only use it basically as a 35 and, well, this I use as a 24, 35, and 50. I'm rarely throwing all the way out to 70. If I'm going to throw out to 70, I'm going to throw the 70 to 200 on.
True.
And I'm going to be shooting that. So this was a 20, 35, and 50. Yeah, but it's not.
But I think it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing YouTube, yes, overkill. But if you're doing like a car ad,
If I'm doing a car ad, I would rather have the 50.
yeah. But then I'm talking about like zoom wise. Like if you're like in a tight spot, and you don't have the luxury of changing lenses, and you want to try to get the most of it, I could see the use of this. But I probably would not rent this. I'd probably rent some cine lenses.
Yeah, we're not talking about rental. We're talking about purchase.
True.
If you're going to buy one 50 millimeter lens to sit in between maybe your longer, if you have like a 100 to 500 or the 70 to 200 on one end, 15 to 35, whether you go with like the F4 or the F2.8. Yeah. That's why I think this video is interesting, is because there are so many good options in this mid-range for the RF mount. So if you had to pick one, which would it be? And why?
Okay. Again, I think everything has its purpose.
Totally.
It depends on what
Everything
role
that's
you're in.
here, I think, could serve a photographer well.
Yes, and it depends on what stage. I think for me and what I do, I'd probably pick this one, the 2470, because it's lighter, has a lot of range. This is the 4.
No, it's f2.8.
Oh, constant?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think this is for me a no-brainer then.
And you would take this over something like the 50 f1.2.
See, the 1.2 is.
Because I think you only shoot primes. I've only ever seen you shoot primes on the shoots that we've done together.
So that's probably why.
I'm actually surprised that you would go with this over this.
That's probably another reason why, because I've been wanting
Something with more versatility.
With more versatility, yeah. And because I already own a 50, I don't own a 1.2. I have my.
But you have a 35 1.4.
1.4, which can suffice.
You have an
for
85,
that.
right?
I have an 85 1.8.
You have the 100 macro.
which is a 2.8.
2.8. So this.
So I if someone would be like, hey, well, see, I think it's tricky. If someone's like,
Isn't it?
You can have one of these, just take home right now. I'd be like, maybe this one, because I probably wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, I'm saying if you had to spend the money,
if I had to spend the money,
fill out that middle section of your kit where you know you're doing client work, you know you're doing, whether it's
probably that.
Obviously the work that we do, I think this is probably, that's
agree.
why this was the one that I originally went for.
I would agree.
I would say for right now though, after the last few shoots that we've done together, because I think you actually used some of the stuff I shot with this.
Yeah, it's from the stuff that we've shot together. Honestly, I'm loving your 200 range.
That's gonna have to be a whole nother video.
Seeing some of that stuff has made me really
200 at f2.8 is
that's
freaking.
That's something I really want in my arsenal.
That's the cavalry.
But luckily,
right there.
this guy can help me out every now and then.
So here's how I feel about it actually. Thinking about it more now, having you here, I think I like this so much because when I go shoot with you, that frees me to just be like, yep, I'm gonna lock in at 50. I know you're covering 35, 100. Yeah, if you have me switch off to the 200, that's an easy switch for me, but I'm kind of relying on you to cover everything else around, like immediately around 50 mil. And then I just flip off to the 70 to 200 and get stuff in that range. But if I'm shooting by myself, I think you're right. I probably would continue to take the 24 to 70.
And I don't feel like you need anything else either.
And also like these two lenses, for me, unusable for video.
Sure.
Absolutely unusable. Even though they have USM motors, they are so loud. Even if you tank them back to f4, f5.6, they're still so loud that I can't be doing on-camera audio. They look great, but then I guess I'm just using it for B-roll. But then at that point,
it all comes down to what you need it again. Because if you're recording all your audio off the camera, you can't use those. But
yeah, like right now we have the Rode VideoMic Pro hot shoot on the RF5. And we did not sound treat this room, and it probably sounds like it.
I don't know. Hey, at least the kids are quiet. That's how you know.
Speaking of which,
baby monitor sleeping good.
So I think we're both on the same page. I think the 24
but
to
these
70.
would like the project that I have on Friday. We're not doing any sound.
Yeah, no.
Right,
On Friday, I'm going to bring this and the 70 to 200.
There you go.
But that's because there'll technically be 3 people who are all capable of shooting. I know you probably won't be shooting.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll probably be shooting. At least I'll be just directing.
Yeah,
on this one.
But like that's a classic example where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to run with this, but I'm not the only person shooting.
Yeah, you'll probably be safe on that.
Yeah.
Should we play Jenga or something? Let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, totally. Let's build a log cabin while we're at it.
Let's see how high we can get.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do. Let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
This is absolutely terrible.